Natalie and Mark have terms of endearment coming out of there.
You're retarded.
I'm gonna bend over and you can fuck her up and have a great big piece of her.
And their 4-year-old has got some jabs of his own. But will a new heckler to their comedy troupe have them running for the exit?
I don't give her more than 6 months.
Mark and Natalie are full of lip and never tongue-tied, and their 4-year-old son Seth totally concurs. But will the arrival of a new baby kick the kidding out of these kidders? Our panel of birthdays experts will be watching closely over the next 6 weeks. Relationship guru and woman about town, Josie Vogels. Supermom with a watchful eye, Kathy Buckworth. And the man who's always psyched and ready to go, Dr. Irvin Wolkoff. Every couple has a beautiful romantic story in how they met. That is, everybody but Mark and Natalie.
I met Natalie at a gas station. I was working there with her cousin.
Okay.
His pickup line? It's priceless. Well, are you, like, married or engaged or anything?
And when you find someone this special, keep them at a distance.
Mark and I are not married, yes. We've been engaged for...
Oh, I don't know how long we've been together. 8 years.
Not quite. It's not too late.
These two don't know when to quit.
I nag. Nag. He'll have to be patient with
I
my
drink
nagging.
because she nags.
Nice. Really nice. I have a very good memory, so I can probably tell you what he did or didn't do 6 years ago.
She builds grudges about that too, saying, you know, I did this back then and it's your turn to do it.
Build grudges.
Okay. Remember that time you said you were gonna do the groceries and you didn't?
Oh, one thing, please.
Really? Every time I ask you to do one little thing, it's an excuse. Oh, I had to do this instead. I had to do that instead.
I'm gonna start keeping a scorecard on the living fridge right there. Bathroom for Natalie, 1. Mark, 0.
Oh, yes. These two come from different planets.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. I am a recruitment consultant.
I'm a scrap metal processor.
And to add to the stress, Mark just started.
When we decided to have a second child, he was working in a different position that was your regular 9-to-5 job.
To me, it wasn't a healthy lifestyle to have. You know, I weighed about 250 pounds when I decided to leave the office job.
And when he decided to change careers partway through my pregnancy, it was not the greatest idea, in my opinion.
But despite their differences, they had a baby.
Me and Natalie had an unexpected pregnancy. Seth, who's now 4 years old.
With Seth, I was very young. I was 22 when he was born.
And when it came to leaving her job, Natalie didn't go quietly.
I always looked at staying home and doing housework and looking after kids as work and going to work being fun.
Natalie decided to go to work about 6 weeks after he was born. If she could have done it in 4, she would have. She was present, she was a figure. But as far as being like the overly motherly type, she wasn't quite there. When I tried to tell her, like, you know, you need to step up to the plate, you're part of this family as well. Finally, somebody had a chat with her.
It was brutal at the time to kind of have your mother say, you know, as a mom, you kind of suck. But I don't believe I was at a place in my life where I was ready for motherhood. Mark, as a result, took the parental leave. He was Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom? This guy?
You have something for writing?
Start at the beginning.
But Natalie's worried about Mark's little video game buddy, Seth.
I'm a little bit nervous about how Seth is going to react to the baby, looking after a little girl, and the little girl was getting a lot of the attention.
Seth, I think, is going to really, you know, he's going to enjoy being with his mom more.
I'm sure he will.
Jesus.
Thank you. What the hell are you doing? Okay, you've got, look at me, like 15 minutes of games and then that's it for today. You're gamed out. No, I think he's in for a rude awakening. He's pretty much got everybody's attention to himself right now.
But Natalie's 0 stay-at-home experience has got Daddy nervous about who's gonna rule the roost.
I'm hoping that she's going to learn a little bit of discipline. Natalie's sometimes a little bit too soft-hearted when it comes to dealing with Seth.
The pregnancy, you know, it was our choice. It was planned this time. I'm afraid of what's going to happen, to be quite honest.
Definitely a scary, if not dangerous, period in our relationship.
I'm ready for the birth. I'm ready for baby to be done with everything. Done.
But Mark is a betting man.
She's going to make an effort. I don't give her more than 6 months.
I always love that. You know, the woman is always the nag, but
Yes.
the guys have no role in it,
No,
right? They're
no.
just these passive recipients to like this really, bitchy, naggy woman.
It's interesting that she's saying that she wants to take this time off with this baby. She's thought it through. It's all good and everything. But I hope she really wants to, and she's not just doing it because he's saying she has to. It's the right thing to do. Be a mother. And I'm thinking he had the parental leave the last time. Good on you, buddy. But did you not like it? Why aren't you doing it again?
It's not about the specific tasks and this and that and the other thing. Everything gets brought to the surface when somebody's about to have a baby.
I am worried about the baby bomb on this particular family because they seem to think they're fairly well prepared for it, and I don't actually think that they are.
She nailed it. She said this is a very scary time in their relationship. Yes, it is, because
agree.
they've got all the goodwill in the world. They planned this pregnancy, but it sounds like neither of them is sure that Natalie can deliver.
Today is the day that baby boy Mason comes home. And Mom is feeling nature's bond.
He doesn't want the formula, he doesn't want the bottle. You know, he prefers the breast at this point, so I'm gonna cry. He's just so precious. It's just different this time, I guess. You know, being ready helps.
Yeah, I still can't believe I'm a father of 2. I'm not even ready for the first, so here it is with the second. And, well, you know, just hold on and go for the ride, I guess.
After Mom does her first feeding, Seth gets to know his new baby brother.
Don't let him fart on me.
Why not? So what do you think? Think we'll keep him?
Yeah.
With Mason, Daddy and Seth have a whole new game to play.
Oh.
Drop the deuce in my pants. Hey, can you smell that? Can you smell that? Oh, that one had some body, eh?
Oh, bro.
But there's only room for 2 in Seth's game book.
You're gonna have to learn to share Daddy, okay?
Why?
Well, because if he's crying or something, or if he needs something, you're gonna have to be patient. That's what big brothers are all about.
You know, Seth is very lively, he's very inquisitive. If you're not giving the attention that he needs, he definitely demands it. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Give me something to eat. I'm hungry.
That's very funny. Nothing like a little bit of fart humor to bond, eh? Over
You betcha. I loved every gram of fart that baby expelled and the reaction of Mark and Seth. That looked wonderful to me.
I thought it was very telling that Mark was saying, oh, I can't believe I got 2 kids now. Well, just go for the ride. Because he was all like, I'm Mr. On Board and Mr. Dad with the first kid. But now it's like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing either, and I'm kind of scared.
It's not only that, I don't think he's saying, I don't want to be the one in charge. I'm taking hands off. I'm just along for the ride.
It's been 1 week since the birth, and today is the day that Mark goes back to work, and he's got a new look.
Back to work. Decided to shave my head and get ready to go back to her and give her, and hopefully everything works out good here at the house.
You look good.
Natalie hopes so too, because with Seth, it's gonna be a challenge.
We have to drop Seth off at school, drop Mark off at work, come back. He'll be due for a feeding, which will probably give me enough time to get him fed, and then get back out the door to pick up Seth because he's only at school for half days. School, now, move it.
And this is just the beginning.
Don't laugh it. Don't talk to me or laugh at me.
Seth?
Don't talk to me.
Seth, you're really frustrating me. Please tell me you didn't turn that TV on.
All right, after this, come on, let's go.
First stop is Seth's school. With only 1 car, Mom will be making this 20-kilometer trip twice every day. And it looks like they're not getting another one anytime soon.
He's taking a substantial pay cut.
What I used to make, or 80 hours per paycheck, I now have to do about 120 to 130 hours per pay to break even.
Acquiring a second car is definitely a priority.
But all this talk of work is making Natalie pine for the good old days.
The only time I think about work at this point is when I'm on my way home after dropping Mark off, when I've got the 20 minutes where I'm not doing anything else, listening to the radio, and that's usually when I pick up the cell phone and call work.
And Mom and Dad are not the only ones having a hard time adjusting.
With Seth reacting to the baby, it started already. He's done some silly things like wetting his pants on purpose. Well, I wanted to get your attention. This out of the mouth of a 4-year-old.
It must run in the family because when Natalie gets home, she encounters Mason's foul ways of getting attention.
Oh, there we go. So most kids burp, this one farts.
With that, Mom's quick pit stop comes to an end.
I'm running late. Late. Did you look before you ran?
And how was your day, Seth?
I was being bad.
What do you mean you were being bad?
I had a carpet timeout.
Oh. How many strikes did you get?
2.
2 strikes? That's not good, Seth.
Seth's not only striking out at school, but at home as well.
Hey, no.
Can I play video games?
No.
Why?
What did you just tell me you were like at school?
Bad.
So why should I let you play video games?
Can you give me this one more chance? Why?
You'll get one more chance tomorrow if you're good. Or maybe later, but hey, excuse me. Seth, you're not getting your way, so cut. Exactly.
I'm mad.
That's fine, be mad at me.
Don't talk to me.
You know what, go to your room.
That's what I'm doing.
And don't come out unless you're ready to apologize for being a creep.
Oh, sure, that'll happen.
I'm gonna watch a movie.
See ya.
The reason the kid is being bad at school is because he feels even more abandoned than he normally does. He had his level of adaptation, now he's getting even less. The right answer is a combination of tuning into the kid and giving him limits, but with understanding. Instead, she's setting up a power struggle. She's just going at him, saying...
I didn't have a problem with the way she was dealing with him in the morning, getting to go to school, because school is school, you gotta go,
Morning
get your
is
act
okay.
together, let's go. What is a concern is, you know, he said to her, I was bad, I had a carpet timeout. That's a big deal when you're in junior kindergarten. But, you know, then she says, well, and I'm gonna punish you also. Punishment has already been done. She doesn't need to punish him again at home. He didn't do anything bad at home.
2 weeks since the birth, Natalie's at home struggling with Seth. It's a good thing that Daddy the disciplinarian is only a phone call away.
Cut the attitude. And again, you play that duck again, it's going in the garbage.
Oh, and look who's sporting Daddy's new do.
He's getting on the phone.
Yeah, I know.
You can tell him whichever way you want, 2 or 3 times. It doesn't matter what you threaten him with, what you take away, it doesn't faze him in the least. He just keeps continuing to do whatever he feels like doing. And if you push the issue, then you get screamed at. This afternoon, he decided he was gonna hit me.
Now, where would he get that from?
Hi.
Dealing with 2 is something new, so Natalie calls in her sister for reinforcements.
Her living, you know, in the basement apartment is great help to me. She pays her portion of the rent, so of course financially, I mean, that's a relief to us as well. If I'm in a bind, then I can, you know, send Seth down to knock on her door or call her, and, you know, it's great when you run out of milk. He is in his room. He's had a wonderful day.
With the extra set of hands, Mom has time for a little nip.
She's not looking. I'm gonna steal a swig of her beer.
Go, Mom.
Ah, that's better. Seth will seem so much easier now.
I love you.
Natalie's all buzzed to get her house in order, so she organizes a to-do list.
What can Mark do? Breastfeed? Yeah.
Mommy,
Yes.
what are you writing?
I can write you a list of chores to do. Things that you can do in order to play the PlayStation. Not pee your pants. Not poop your pants. Alrighty. A list just for Mark, because Mark enjoys my list so much.
After an exhausting day, Mom crams her sleepy kids into the van and goes to pick up Mark.
The last thing that I feel like doing at you know, 8, 9 o'clock at night is going to pick up Mark.
After a day in her husband's former shoes, Natalie's ego's bruised.
Not to eat my own words, but I apologize on you for on him this morning. I told him to go to his room and he was getting a timeout and he didn't want to go. So I was nudging him down the hall. I had the baby in my arms and he hit me.
Really?
Yeah, really hard in the stomach. I swatted his ass as hard as I could. Off to go. So of course he was freaking out, crying. It was beyond 3 strikes, beyond timeout.
When did you get so brave?
I don't know. I forget what he did.
Oh, do you smell that?
Yeah, I know.
Humble pie. I think that we should just take everything away.
Yeah, but I take everything away, and you know what he said to me the other day? Take everything, I don't care.
So how's that humble pie tasting,
Oh,
eh?
shut up.
I'm gonna bend over and you can pucker up and have a great big piece of her.
These are people with all the charm of an unflushed toilet, individually and collectively.
It seems to me Mom doesn't want to be there at all.
And what Seth is doing, she's only offered him one job. And that job is not beloved son. That job is he who must be punished, he who does things wrong, he who does bad things.
I'll give you that in the sense that she's setting up a system where he only gets punished. If she wants, she needs to set up a system where, oh, you didn't wet your pants in the last 2 hours.
That's right.
Here's a sticker
You
or whatever
betcha.
it is. So she needs to set up a reward system that can work. It's not excessive, but at least gives him some sense of satisfaction or attention. I like the fact that her sister helped out. I thought that was I like the swig and beer too, but I like the fact that the sister came because it did give her another adult to kind of play off of and, take a little bit of a breather and a timeout, whether you're drinking beer, whether you're making dinner, whatever it is. She needs that.
It's been 4 weeks since baby Mason's birth, and Natalie's got a special job for Mark from her to-do list. An unwashed pot from hell.
This is sitting there for 2 days, because didn't you say you were going to take care of the kitchen for me like 2 days ago?
No, I wouldn't
Well, I
say
already
such a thing.
cleaned it like twice, but I left that pot for you. Because I know how
wouldn't-
much you like the chicken stew.
Want me to clean the goddamn pot?
Well, I'm around now. It's probably... Gross.
Holy shit. That's it, your mom's not allowed to cook for us anymore. This is just unacceptable.
And it was so delicious a few days ago.
That would be me.
You always have too much friggin' time on your hands when you do these pretty little lists, eh?
The dry heave trauma has Daddy looking for revenge, so he makes his own to-do list.
Should I start making the couch up for you?
Rule 1,
Have a warm dinner waiting for you when you get home. I have a solution for you. It's right there. Touch of a button.
Rule 2,
Make sure there are at least 6 cold beers in the fridge.
That's not even up for discussion.
What if there's
Not
no
up
beer
for
in the
this-
house?
You're home all day not doing anything. Beer store's right down the road.
and Rule 3,
Get a girlfriend to come over and play doctor.
Okay, that's funny.
Eh? What do you say?
Retarded.
It's been 5 weeks since the birth, and Mark is bucking for a promotion at work. He has an exam in a few days, but all the racket is making Daddy sore.
Don't press buttons for the car. Get out of here, wanker. Where can I put the... Oh,
Hey.
there's no room up there.
This is what you're doing? This is what I want you to do. I'm trying to study, come on. Making an awful pile of racket for somebody who wasn't here.
There, I'll not empty the dishwasher.
So to help Mark get some brain on, Mom takes Seth over to the babysitter.
I love you too.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
No accidents. Bye. Thank you.
See you later.
But after leaving, things don't go according to plan.
I'm 5 minutes away from the babysitter's house. The effing serpentine belt on the van blows. I was lucky that I was next door to a garage. About $150, but when funds are very limited and it's your only vehicle, not so much fun.
He would like some care and attention and comfort from his wife, and he can't even bring himself to say, I would like you to ride my pony. He has to bring in another woman because she's completely beyond the pale sexually, and her response is, yeah.
Today's the day of Mark's big test. There's a lot at stake for this couple.
How you feeling?
I'm kind of nervous though, and I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Oh no, not again.
What happens if you don't pass this test right now?
If I don't pass, I don't think I'll get a raise.
They basically said this is the next step. You need to pass this
Yeah, I
test.
need to pass this test.
So this is like a milestone.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have left it till the last minute. Yeah. I'm sure you'll do fine. If you want some beer this weekend, you'll pass.
I'll open too. I'll even double fist.
You're such a hick. Good luck. No pressure.
All this talk of work has Natalie itching, so she invites a workmate over for a little scratch. But first, Seth wants Mommy's time too, and he ain't going down without a fight.
Athlete. You would have done that to your dad. You would have had it. Oops. That's why you don't fight in the house. I wanted to give myself 6 months before going back to work, but
Yeah, but don't forget that it doesn't matter when, like, time frames aren't going to apply, right? Because you could be filling an order and not and be doing it any time. I mean,
Is Natalie thinking of going back to work so soon? It wouldn't have anything to do with Seth, would it?
working from home, but yeah, but their expectations are no less, right? They're gonna like.
There's no expectations when you're 100% commission.
They're not gonna bust my
They
balls
don't
if I'm
give a
not
You don't do one placement, you do one in 6 months. What do they care? They're not paying you salary.
Right now I'm exploring my options, seeing if there's any way that I can work from home part-time and, work more of a commission basis.
I think it's great that she has a friend to bounce options off of. She's thinking about going back to work, and I have to say, their money is very tight, is what we're getting here. So I'm not sure why it would be the worst choice in the world. I know they're going to put out money for daycare for the baby and everything, but if it's what she really wants and will lighten up things at home.
Here's an idea. Why don't they have a discussion about it?
Well, they'd have to talk to each other without swearing.
It's been 6 weeks since the birth, and Mark has got his test results.
Hello?
Yeah, so I failed my test, eh? Totally friggin' bombed on it. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I passed.
Good stuff.
Got a 95, highest score so far. So by passing the test, I mean, there was an increase in pay with that. They changed me around a little bit at work.
So he passed, but now it's Natalie's turn to be tested.
It's nice to hear that you have business for me, but unfortunately this time I'm gonna have to pass it off to Amy. Surprisingly enough, I'm more shocked than anybody else. I'm gonna stay home until it's not fun anymore. This time around, even though my job was very, very important to me, I've realized that family life is most important. I feel more motherly right now, so I guess there's a lot of comfort knowing that I'm enjoying being home with my kids. Never thought I would. But I'm enjoying it right now. So, there's a little bit more inner peace there.
It's all looking pretty good. He gets to have beer because he passed the test, which is fabulous. And she got a work offer and she turned it down. And the reason I'm happy about this, surprisingly, is because she's gonna hopefully wait for the right work offer, not just go back out to work because she wants to go out to work. So she's waiting for the thing that makes it right. She feels bad about turning it down because she's not working, but at least she's not taking something she really doesn't want to do. So I was fine with that. I think that's great.
We've changed, I think, for the better with Mason being born. I mean, I don't know if it's the fact that we're old pros now and we're going through it for a second time, but it seems to me this one's easier.
And with Seth, well, he's still Seth.
Seth can definitely be a terror from time to time. He has so much energy, and I think that's a big problem. If you don't give him the right kind of outlet, then he's gonna drive me crazy. He's constantly challenging, trying to find his place with us right now. So we're trying to explain to him, telling him that, look, you're the child, we're the parents, we're the boss here. You either listen or you pay the consequence. He'll have a very, odd accident for whatever reason because he gets carried away or forgets what he's doing. But for the most part, everything's stopped and he's starting to listen better. So we're struggling with a lot of kid time, family time, me time, couple time. Where the hell does everybody get the time? I don't know. So that's one of the things we're trying to work through now. We got the second car on the road. Mark has this, it's obvious new sense of freedom.
Take out the baby seats and everything like that and go cruising for chicks.
The family can finally put away their gas masks, because with baby Mason, the mystery of the Distinky code is finally revealed.
We were right, he's lactose intolerant. Since I started using that new formula, what a difference. Mason was obviously having some difficulties, with farting and stinking up rooms. We switched him to, a lactose-free formula, and not so much tuning anymore. Older, wiser. So there you go.
Older.
Remember, my mom will watch and she'll kill you later.
Holy.
His mother didn't breastfeed him.
Take out the baby seats and everything like that and go cruising for chicks.
Your dad's a comedian.
Hire some prostitutes and start drinking heavily.
I ask myself every day what attracts me to Mark.